Welcome to another episode of Dumb Money, where I take a question from you, the audience, and take it to the general public, see what their recommendations are for you, and then give my own thoughts on it. And this week's question comes from Becky. Becky says, "Hey, I sold my house a few months ago and I'm sitting on over $60,000 Canadian. I don't need most of it in the next year, so in the meantime, where should I be putting it? I'm in Canada as well. Thank you." Thank you, Becky. So I brought this question to the general public on the streets, and we got their thoughts. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of them are going to surprise you. The vast majority, you'd think just throw it into some kind of investment or savings account, but no. Let's see what we got instead. And right before I show you that, just a reminder that I'm really trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this content, please feel free to subscribe. Let's see what the general public thinks.
I'd buy a bunch of Bitcoin.
A bunch of Bitcoin?
Yeah, I'd put it all in Bitcoin.
Do you have a bunch of Bitcoin?
No, I have a bunch of Ethereum, though. And
How much money did you lose?
I got diamond hands. I'm not losing any money right now. Bought early, so I'm still on top a little bit.
I'd probably put it into a new house.
New house?
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd probably spend it on my dog.
What would you do with it?
Buy all the toys in the world.
All the squeaky toys?
60 grand from a house I sold. Oh, that's a good. Thailand. Go to Thailand, spend it all there.
Spend it all?
All there. I'm into Muay Thai, MMA.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, you can't do that now.
We're swapping around.
So Muay Thai, probably spend at least a couple years there, but Thailand for sure. Maybe Europe, but I've been there once and I didn't like it as much.
So invest none of it, spend it all on travel.
Invest for what?
Your future?
It's fine, man. I'm from a middle-class family. I'm happy with where I'm at. Just travel, though.
Not going to stay middle class for long with that mindset.
I would buy a condo downtown.
Okay.
Invest.
Invest in what?
Pride. I don't know. Rivicon.
The car?
Yeah. Their stock's good.
So you'd put it all into the car stock?
No, not all in. I'd say I invest probably $40,000 into different stocks. Netflix is good. I don't know.
And then we got condo downtown.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't blow it though. And
Or like downtown, okay, little condo downtown New York, but spend a lot of money making it nice. And
This is only $60,000.
oh, I think you said 600.
No, 60.
Oh.
I'd say probably invest 40, and then the other 20, I'd probably put either on a down payment on, I don't know, a car, or I don't know, probably just invest, save. I'd probably save 20, just keep it. If I get lucky with 60 grand, invest 40 and keep 20, just for saving reasons. I don't know.
Put it in a saving account to get money out of it.
All just into just a savings account?
Yeah.
I'd buy a new car.
$60,000 car?
Probably $30,000 car. And then, I don't know, save the rest.
If you have some debt and have some family, to be honest with you.
Some to family, some to debt? Yeah. Invest any of it?
More than likely, yeah. About 20,000 in investments.
How does it break down?
I'm on the spot. I don't know, man. I gotta think more about it and see exactly when it's to be paid off and how I can help family, and also what percentage goes to investment.
I love helping family. That's good.
I just can't think of like this is what it is, but I gotta look at all like a breakdown of it. So I can't give you an exact answer, but it has to be more thought than just this quick little thing.
Wow, that would be a pretty good day. I might reinvest it in another house, or I might share it with my kids.
Share with your kids. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, why not, right?
Or put a down payment on another house, I'm assuming?
Maybe, if I could. That would be, I mean, I guess you'd have to wonder why you sold it, right?
So, yep, that's kind of where we stand today. Things like throwing it all in crypto, or put it all into another electric car stock. But also some good suggestions as well, like putting it into another property or putting it on the side into savings until you know what to do with it. Now, for me, Becky, when it comes to your question, there's a lot of context that is important here, and I know that's hard to do in such a short question that you're emailing in. What I would not officially recommend essentially comes down to, what are your goals? What are you trying to do within the next few years? Are you moving that money into another piece of property at some point within the next few years? If so, it might make sense to take advantage of some high yield savings account and just let it grow with normal inflation. And then once the time comes where you find a property or deal or whatever it is that you want in the real estate world, you can use that as a solid down payment. But if you don't plan to get into real estate, get back into it, or get a new house or anything like that, then the options obviously change. There, of course, comes the conversation, do you have an emergency fund? If you don't, let's make sure this goes to your emergency fund. Do you have a car that's really old, has a lot of kilometers, I guess, in your case, on it? If so, maybe we're buying another car in cash, $15,000, $20,000. Do you already have an emergency fund? You're not in any rush to get a purchase in the next few years. You're not looking to get into real estate, and you have a perfectly fine car. Then maybe we just throw this into something like some good index funds or some good mutual funds. It depends your level of risk tolerance as well. For me, when it comes to things I talk about on this show, I have my money in general into property when it comes to 2 rental properties in my primary residence here. And then I'm putting money into mutual funds and index funds like the S&P 500. So there's definitely some contextual things that matter here. But either way, if you plan to use the money for any reason the next few years, just keep it in a high yield savings. But if you feel you're not going to be using it or needing it in the next few years, then put it into mutual funds. And make sure, I'm not sure how it works in Canada, if you get automatically taxed on any capital gains there, or if you have to pay that next year. That's a country I've never lived in or never worried about living in when it comes to my tax situation. So just make sure if there are any taxes that you'll have to pay on the selling of this house and getting that $60,000, that you're setting enough aside to pay those taxes when that time comes. Again, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to the overall Canadian tax system and how taxes come when you sell a piece of property. But obviously $60,000 is a good amount of money, Canadian or not. Just please be smart. Make sure it's working for you in a way that continues to grow it over time, even if that means it's just keeping up with inflation for the time being. Well, I guess I should say normal inflation. If you want to ask a question and get the general public's opinion on it and my take on it as well, email castingcalebhammer@gmail.com with dumb money in the subject line. Make sure these questions are 1 to 3 sentences long and not overly long sentences when it comes to that. If they're longer than that, it makes it next to impossible to read it quickly for someone on the street to fully understand to give a good answer. And sadly, that has been the case for the vast majority of these emails, so I haven't been able to use a lot of them. I've gotten like a billion. They're all like 10 paragraphs long, but I still appreciate you sending them in. Love ya. Follow all the socials that are linked in the description below and check out all the fun links as well. Subscribe. Thanks.